What's going on, guys? It is Bernardo, and today is all about upgrading our Wazuh server. So let's get right into it. All right, so today's a pretty long one, and it's all about upgrading our Wazuh server. I logged into my Wazuh site, right? Because I wanted to do follow-up videos for you guys. So the first thing that I did before I created the videos was check which version I was running. So on the upper right-hand side, if you click on the question mark, click on it, you're going to see what version you have. I'm running 4.91. So I headed over to the Wazuh website, and on the upper right-hand side, it tells you the current version, 4.14. Yeah, it's time for us to upgrade. So I logged into the server using a putty session right here. And the first command that I ran was the following. I hit enter. This tells me what version my indexer is on. And it also tells me whether or not it is upgradable to go to the latest and greatest, which is good. I'm able to go to 4.14. I also ran the following for the manager. I hit enter. It also tells me the same thing. And I also did this command for the dashboard. I hit enter and it tells me the same thing. So this is good. My current version that I'm running, 4.9.1, I'm able to jump to 4.14.1 with no problem. And that's a good thing. Now, there is a dedicated website that shows you step by step what you need to do. I created a cheat sheet, and this is my cheat sheet right here. If I scroll all the way down, there's 13 steps. Well, it's 13 steps for me. On the website, I had to skip a couple of them. And the reason why is because of my current version, I didn't really need to do those steps. So I really recommend to go to the website and check out those steps. And if you want my cheat sheet, I am able to give it to you. So all you have to do is just copy and paste. Okay, let's head over to our terminal. And the first command that we are going to do will be the following. We're going to hit enter and we're going to type in Y and hit enter. Give it some time. You should get the prompt again to enter the next command. Now, before I continue, I'm not going to tell you the commands, what the commands do. Go to the website, go to the Wazuh site, the upgrade portion on the website. It tells you step by step what those commands do. I'm just showing you what I did, how I did it, and if I had any issues, how I fixed it. And if you want, I could give you the cheat sheet. Now, the next command that we're going to run will be the following. We're going to pull down the GPG for Wazuh. We're going to hit enter here. The next command that we need to run will be the following. And we're going to hit enter. And we're going to run an apt-get update and hit enter. Once the packages are fully up to date, we're going to head over to the website. And on the upper left-hand side, we're going to click on the three little lines. I call that the hamburger menu. So click on that. And click on Dashboard Management. And then click on Dashboards Management again. And then on the left-hand side, we're going to click on Save Objects. From here, right next to Type, on the left-hand side, click on the checkbox to select everything. Click on Export, which is located on the right-hand side. And then click on Export and then drop that file somewhere. Now, for me, I dropped it into the Downloads folder, and here it goes. We're going to be needing this, so save it somewhere so you know, when the time comes, you know where it's at. We're going to head over to our putty session, and we're going to type in the following. We're going to stop the file beat services, so hit enter. And we're going to basically run this command to stop the dashboard for Wazuh. Hit enter here. And we're going to run the following command, which is a shell script, and we're going to hit enter. It's going to start doing its thing. Eventually, you're going to get all this. It's going to connect locally to the Wazuh server. 9200 is the port for our server. And then if everything works well, you should get the following, which is great. Everything was successful. We're going to run the following command. Okay, on the website, it actually does not say localhost :9200. On the website, it tells you enter the IP address or the full qualified domain name of your Wazuh server. I learned the hard way. I used the IP and I used the full qualified domain. It did not work. I used localhost in my environment and it worked. The next thing that we need to change is the user account. For me, it is admin. It might be different for you. It all depends how you set it up during the installation phase. We're going to hit enter here. Now for the password, this is the password that you will use when you log into the Wazuh site. So enter it and hit enter. If everything works well, you should see acknowledge true. If it's false or some type of error, stop and troubleshoot. Now, next command that we're going to run would be the following. This allows us to basically flush everything out, and we're going to hit enter. Add the password for the admin account for your Wazuh server. Enter it and hit enter. You should get successful with a number. If you do not get a number within your successful section, but you get a failed with a number, okay, stop, troubleshoot. For me, everything was good. I didn't get any failures on this portion right here. Now, the next command that we're going to run will be the following. We're going to stop the Wazuh manager. So hit enter. We're going to enter the password. Now, this password is not for the Wazuh. This is the password for your Linux server. So enter it and hit enter. Next command that we're going to run is to check the cluster nodes. So we're going to enter the following. Hit enter. And then provide your password for your Linux server. And hit enter. It's going to request the admin password. This is your Wazuh server admin password. So enter that and then hit enter. Depending how you set it up in the very beginning, I did only one cluster, one host. You might have like multiple. Best practice, if you go to the Wazuh installation guide, they want you to create different clusters to like for redundancy. Mine is running with no problem, which is good. Now, the next command that we're going to type in would be the following. This is going to stop the Wazuh indexer, so hit enter. We're going to run the following command, which is going to back up the jvm.options, and we're going to save it as jvm.options.old. So hit enter here. We're going to start the installation for the indexer. So we're going to type in the following command and hit enter here. It's going to start downloading and it's going to start installing, and eventually you're going to get prompted this. Now within the website, best practice is to hit Y because you want to override the old settings. So we're going to hit Y on the keyboard and hit enter. For the configuration, again, we need to override everything. So we're going to type Y on the keyboard and hit enter again. And then we're done. Now we need to do the following command to reload the daemon. So hit enter here. We're going to enable the Wazuh indexer. So we're going to type in the following and hit enter. And we're going to start the indexer. So we're going to type in the following command and then hit enter. Now this takes a while, so eventually don't freak out. If everything works well, it should give you the command prompt to enter the following command. Now the next command that we're going to run is to actually start a shell script. And this is the shell script with the correct path. So we're going to hit enter here. Now we're going to check the cluster node again. So we're going to type in the following command and we're going to hit enter. Again, we're going to provide the admin password of your Wazuh server. So enter it and then hit enter. Great. Everything looks good. Now we're going to enter the following. And again, I got this stuff at the website. Okay. The URL on the site, it actually tells you enter the IP address again or the full qualified domain. For me, the local host worked. And the user account, I added admin. So if you change admin to something else during the installation phase, add it here. So hit enter here. Provide the admin password for your Wazuh server. Enter it and hit enter. Great. Again, acknowledge was true. If you get anything else, stop and troubleshoot. We're going to check the cluster again. So we're going to type in the following command and we're going to hit enter. Add your admin password for your Wazuh server and then hit enter. Everything looks good. Great. Now it is time for us to install the Wazuh manager. So we're going to type in the following command. So hit enter here. It's going to start downloading, installing, and eventually you're going to get this. Great. So we're going to continue. We're going to actually reload the daemon. We're going to type in this command and hit enter. We're going to enable the Wazuh manager by typing this command and we're going to hit enter. And last but not least, we're going to start the Wazuh manager. So we're going to type in this command and then hit enter. Great. Now we need to make some modifications on a particular file. We need to change like a rule set. And again, the website gives you this stuff for you to copy and paste it. So I'm going to type in the following command. That is the path, and that is the file that we need to configure. So let's hit enter. And we're going to scroll all the way down until we find this section right here, the rule set. This entire thing needs to be replaced with this. Save the file and then exit out of the file. Once you exit out of the file, we need to run the following command to restart the Wazuh manager. So this is what I typed in. Bingo. Hit enter. It's going to take some time. The way that you know it's done is when you get the command prompt. Now we're going to run the following command to get a copy of the file beat for Wazuh. And this is the command. And we're going to hit enter. Now in this command that we're going to run would be to grab a copy of a template. And we're going to hit enter here. We are changing permissions to that template that we just downloaded. So we're going to run this command and hit enter. And then from there, we're going to make a copy of our file beat YAML file. So we're going to type in the following command. So we're basically making a copy of that file beat.yml file, which is the YAML file. And we're going to hit enter. Now it is time for us to install file beat. So we're going to type in the following command and hit enter. It is going to start pulling down the file beat packages, install it, and eventually you're going to get the following. Great. Now, with the file that we made, the backup copy of the file beat YAML file, we're going to copy that file over to the one that just got dropped in. So we're going to type in the following command, and we're going to hit enter. We're going to reload the daemon by typing the following command, and we're going to hit enter here. And we're going to enable file beat using this command, and then hit enter. We're going to start the file beat services entering this particular command, and hit enter again. Now we need to do a couple of things with the file beat. So the first command that we're going to run will be the following. And we're going to hit enter. Next thing we need to do with file beat would be the following. So enter this command and hit enter again. Next command that we're going to run will be the following. Again, I use localhost and the username. If you change it to something else, add it here. So hit enter. You're going to provide the admin password for your Wazuh server. So enter it and then hit enter. And you should get acknowledge true. If you get something else, troubleshoot it, okay? Now, next command that we're going to do will be the following. We are basically taking the open search underscore dashboard.yml and making a copy of it. So hit enter. We're going to initiate the Wazuh dashboard installation running the following command and hit enter here. It's going to start pulling the package and it's going to start installing, and eventually you're going to get this prompt. We're going to type Y and hit enter. Great. Now we're going to head over to the website, and on the website you need to check if the particular certificates are applied properly, as well as make sure that the UI settings.overrides.default route is set to /app/WZ home. So that's what we're going to do. Let's head over to a terminal command. And the first command that I did was an ls, and I wanted to see what's inside the certs folder. As you can see, I have basically the certificates there, and the name is Wazuh. When I did a cat to the open search underscore dashboard file, I noticed that the key in the certificate had different names. So that means I have to rename them to the proper one for it to work properly. One cool thing is that the default route was set properly, so I didn't really need to do anything. The only thing that I needed to change was the key and the certificate to the proper name. So what I did was I did the following command and I hit enter. I needed to change the key and the certificate to the following, to the proper name. Make sure you save it and then exit out. We need to reload the daemon again using the following command. Hit enter. We need to enable the dashboard using the following command. Hit enter again. And we need to start the dashboard using this command and hit enter. We're close. We're almost there. So I think we're done with the installation. I think the next thing that we need to do is to check, validate. So I'm going to use the following command. Hit enter. And this is the command that we use in the very beginning. As you can see, we're running 4.14. Yes. We're going to run now this command, which is going to check the manager. Hit enter here. Running 4.14. Great. And then last but not least, we're going to check the dashboard by typing the following command and hit enter. The dashboard, the manager, and the indexer are all running 4.14. Great. So open up your favorite browser, type in your Wazuh address, hit enter, enter your username and password, and then click on login. For me, when I logged in, this is the process. It was still doing this thing behind the scenes, and eventually it will load up the page. On the upper left side, we're going to click on the 3 bars, which I call it the hamburger menu. So click on that. We're going to click on Dashboard Management, and then click on Dashboards Management again. And then on the left side, click on Save Objects. Remember in the very beginning, we exported stuff. That export file, we need to import it back in here. So we're going to click on Import, which is located on the upper right-hand side. Click on Import, and then locate your import. For me, it was inside the Downloads folder, so I'm going to select it, and I'm going to click on Open. And on the lower right-hand side, click on Import, all green check marks, which is a good thing, and then click on Done. Great. If we click on the question mark, which is located on the upper right-hand side, click on the question mark. We are currently running 4.14.1. That's another way to verify that you're running the current version. Now, I actually went into some of my endpoints because if you look, the agent is still running 4.9.1 within my environment. So that means I have to upgrade it to the latest and greatest, which would be the next video that I do for you guys and show you guys how to upgrade the agent to the latest one. And that's it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.